Hello, beautiful world of social media, Instagram, Facebook. Namaste. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for joining me. So I have appeared today to speak to soul vision and planetary mission. Soul vision and planetary mission. That's what I want to tune in with you today. I also did a reading for these times, and I would love to share that as well. So if you are joining, you have any questions on soul vision, soul journey, on our mission, our planetary mission, if you have any questions around this, please leave a comment in the comment section, send me a message, and I will see if we can get to that today or maybe even another time. Soul mission. When you ask yourself why you're here on this planet, when you ponder on that question, what comes back? Is there a sensation somewhere in your body? Is there a thought, an image, a knowing? Are there any visions that come to you? When you ask yourself, why am I here? What is my purpose here on earth? Like, what is this all about? Have you asked yourself that question? Have you pondered that very fundamental theme of this existence? Why are we here? This is what I would like to explore today. My agenda is simply to take steps towards my soul vision, very firmly aware of my planetary mission, and I'm here to make steps towards that. And I want to help you connect to that in a little way today also. Hi, Lynn. So when you ask yourself, why am I here? Why are we here? What's my purpose? What am I? These fundamental questions, what comes back from that inquiry? That inquiry must be a personal inquiry. It cannot be something that we will find outside of us. We will not find the answers outside of us. We won't find the answers in any scientific experiment or in a theory that some famous person with a name that is recognizable, something that somebody else says is happening. It is only through personal inquiry and through sharing our experiences together, learning from one another to pick up new ideas, will we really truly get to the bottom of all of this. And yes, it's true, some of us may spend our entire lifetime searching and longing to to tap into these fundamental questions of who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? And yes, some of us may spend lifetimes just repeating lives over and over again in this quest and search for some nugget of truth. And what is that? Potentially, it's very, very simple, really. So I want to share my understanding of why we're here and what our purpose is without giving too much away, to inspire you to head off on your own little quest. Everything is energy. Absolutely everything is energy and everything is nature. We are all a part of nature. Even the toaster, the computer, all these weird mechanical things, they're all a part of nature. Absolutely everything that's been created by this cosmos is nature, is natural. And absolutely everything has connection to a consciously energetic entity or being. So we may not see it in this physical, time-bound, physical relative reality where we're bound by time, and so there's physical matter. There are other dimensions where time is not the third dimensional construct. Time has collapsed and therefore physicality has collapsed and all exists is just pure energy, pure consciousness. And in these realms, entities exist that connect through the dimensions. So we are not just existing or expressing on this dimension, we are existing and expressing in other dimensions. Many of these dimensions are timeless, and we experience ourselves a reality, a type of reality on a timeless dimension where past, present, and future exists all at once. It's all available. We can see, kind of put it in more plain English, we can see into the past, at the present, into the present, and into the future in these realities, these planes of reality, because time isn't there, it's all available at once. So our capacity to vision is broader, it's going to be broader within those levels of reality, those planes of reality. We can perceive more, we know more, we can see into a particular lifetime and can see how it pans out, you know? We're going to be able to tap into that, potentially for various lifetimes that we play, that we have a role. So with this broader vision, this ability to tap into the past, present, and future all at once in another part of, shall we say, the universe, it's just a part of how nature functions. And so our higher self, our soul, that aspect of us, that aspect of us that is the higher self, is like the part of our soul that is already evolved. It's already it all and sees all of the versions of us that are yet to come through in this physical reality, because that higher self of us lives on that level of existence, that dimension where all exists at once. And so that means that our most highly evolved self, both the versions of us that come after this lifetime, live on those dimensions and roam around there and guides us now in this moment. And so anchoring right back now into this moment, it's like a fragment of our soul is here right now in this lifetime, connected to that oversoul. And we have the ability to really tap into this broader vision of our higher self. And the broader vision of our higher self it's really beautiful because it contains all the visions, all the perceptions of lots of different lifetimes, of like the flavor of our soul, of, generally what we love as a soul, what we love doing, what we love journeying into. And it's this broader vision that isn't also confined just to, what our purpose is in this lifetime. It also can include the ideas, the feelings, the visions of, what our purpose has been through many lifetimes. And that comes together in like this collective soul vision type of energy. And as we awaken more and we stabilize more into this life, into this body, and we start to really tap into our higher self more, we get these knowings, these feelings, these essences of our soul, of the vision that our soul holds for its journey. And the mission is more about, the planetary mission is more like what I'm here to do in this lifetime, specifically, like why I incarnated in this body, at this place, with this home, in this family, with this bloodline, with this community around me, what my mission is right now in this lifetime, that are the steps, or it's all part of the soul vision, right? It's like the mission and the steps towards achieving the soul vision. So I chose a mission for this lifetime when I decided that I was going to come back and choose a body and a family and all the rest of whatever happens in that process to being reborn again. We never really die. We're always just transitioning into the next. And we forget, and it's a part of our journey and our training with each new lifetime, is how we remember and how quickly we remember that we're here on a mission that we chose. And I'm seeing so many right now who have fundamentally forgotten the true nature and the fundamental reality is that as humans, we chose to come here to have this experience, so that for whatever reason, in whatever way, this experience would inform our soul journey. And we would explore and expand and evolve as a part of that whole cycle, a part of this whole soul journey. And we forget, and in that forgetting, we become lost because we've not only forgotten, but we have this deep longing within us to connect to this deeper sense of reality and who we are in truth. We have this longing and we feel that longing, yet we've forgotten and we've chosen to forget a lot of the time, because sometimes we're aware and then we choose to forget. We choose to fall back. And this deep longing still drives us, but we've forgotten. And so we feel lost and we feel alone and we feel bad and ashamed and broken, because we're not fully activated and connected to what it is that we're here to do. and we've chosen to forget that also. And it's all part of a bigger reason, it's a part of this training that we go through. It's a part of the challenge, the resistance that shows us where the disconnection is and where we can do the work. So we have a soul vision, which is like this broad, even difficult to put to words sometimes. And then we have the mission, we have the earthly mission that we're here to do in this lifetime. And I keep doing these card readings around this, and all the messages that are coming up, and I'm going into deep meditation with this every night. I'm doing a very intense Kali practice at the moment to be shown the truth for myself individually and for the collective. I'm doing a lot of healing around creating conscious community, and it's like the same message keeps coming to me over and over again, which is that like the number one part of our soul mission for so many of us that is uniting so many of us is that we are coming from love, pure love. We are born of pure love, and that transcends time and space through all dimensions. And we are here as warriors of love, of that energy, of that force, to be that love, embody that love, and spread that love. And we keep coming back to do that because humanity, planet Earth, is at a crisis point where we're losing that sense of connection to this unconditional, innate, powerful love that connects us deeply to everything. That sense of, it's not even self-love, it's like the love of recognizing what we truly are. It takes a deep love to really fully recognize and accept that and stand in that and embody that. It takes this fierce love of not just self, of everything, of absolutely, of this existence, of this reality of nature, of just what the fuck is going on. It's a pure love of that awe. And we come back to feed into that, to feed that in some way. It's something that unites all of our soul visions and earthly missions. And this message keeps coming through. This is what unites us in conscious community. It's the love, it's the love, it's the love. It's not the fear. We have been utilizing fear to unite us, but it isn't the fear that unites us, it's the love. It's the deep connection to soul. And then back down to earth, to this planet that we've been gifted to be able to explore all of this. And the other message that keeps coming through is that we remember, we keep remembering, we are in a process of remembrance. This is a message from the ancestors are clearly saying, remember, remember, remember what you are, remember who you are. We make it so complicated with, wisdom and class and like different techniques and all this, complex theory. But it's so fucking simple. Remember who and what you are. Remember that you came here, you chose to come here to be a part of this. For many of us who are like in our prime right now, young, strong, fit, and healthy, and the young extends right up into your 60s and 70s, okay? And we are activated, aware, energized in this time of like this weird stuff going on out there, all of these amazing things coming together. Isn't just some kind of coincidence, right? It's exactly what we came here for. Exactly what we came here for. It isn't just like we happen to stumble upon, this COVID situation. It's like, no, we came here for this. We came here to that witness, to be a part of it, to, I don't know, maybe feed our own energy into it, and we are doing that, whether we like it or not, whether we agree to it or not, we're feeding our energy into that. So what is that energy we're feeding into all of this? Is it fear or is it love? Have we remembered why we're here, that we chose to come here at this time? We can start to really tap into that fundamental essence of our soul vision and our soul mission. We came here to be of service in some way. Again, another message. It keeps coming in day after day after day. We need to remember we are here to be of service to self and to others. And through this cycle, through this journey, the treasures of abundance are revealed, are gifted to us, this incredibly abundant planet. The abundance of love from our family, soul family, tribe, the abundance of energy that's going towards all of these beautiful new projects, beautiful new consciousness, these new ideas, this new way of thinking and being in this new era. There is an abundance of absolutely anything. But we're conditioned and trained to think that there is lack, and we're in lack, and we lack. We're not good enough because we have forgotten and we've allowed ourselves, we've made the choice to get lost and be coerced in that lost space, be coerced by the programming and the agendas of others, in that space, that lost space that we find ourselves in, that dark lost space. There are lots of little energies waiting there going, come this way, come this way. I have the answers. I have a juicy little nugget for you. And we make that choice to go there, and we keep going there, and we keep giving that our energy. And we need to be really mindful about that and keep asking ourselves to remember who I am and what I am and why I'm here. Remember that soul vision that really lays very deep in our heart. And so we practice breathing, we practice anchoring in, we practice being in self energy, we practice stabilizing our connectedness, groundedness to the earth. My soul vision is all about raising consciousness, liberation, for all sentient beings, not just human beings, okay? And so my mission is to guide souls back to the earth, because I recognize that through our remembrance of our place here on the earth, that we are grounded and connected to the earth, that we have this earth mother, we have all this beautiful nature and abundance in nature that feeds us and nourishes us and provides shelter and wisdom to us. That if we can connect our root deeply, firmly into the earth, that we will start to really stabilize ourselves, our nervous systems, our bodies. We will heal. We will start to connect and deeply to that innate presence here on earth. And that through that, we will start to tap into our greatest soul vision. This is our home. This is where we are. And for me, this is where it begins, is on this earth. And through the wisdom of the earth, through our connection to the earth, we can find our connection up to the stars. And so my mission is very clear. And you will find your mission too. You will find your soul vision and your soul mission. So start with practicing, start with breathing, start with energy work, connecting your root to the earth. Start with placing your hands on the earth, making offerings to the earth, going into nature, being with nature, honoring nature, praying for your connection and stability to the earth, being of service to this earth, making conscious choices about how you live, about how you interact with the resources of the earth, what you put back into the earth, really bringing a clarifying and purifying your intention to be present here on earth. You know, because we've got to purify our missions and our visions, you know, as a process of coming into full alignment with our mission, with our earthly mission and our soul vision, to purify and detach the mind's own egoic attachments. So the mind wants to come in and say, this is the vision, this is the mission, but it's not about the mind, it's self, it's soul. So we've got to purify those attachments that soul, that mind has to soul vision. And make sure that when we're tuning in and tapping into our soul vision and earth mission, it's coming from that place of purity. And we've examined that and we've purified any attachments from the mind, any judgments. You know, so when we say people are sick and they need help, there's a judgment there. There are fundamental judgments there about they need our help, but they're sick and they can't do it themselves. There are a lot of judgments tied in with all of that. But if we just purify that and take a few steps back and offer it from a place of love, we're saying something different. We're saying that I'm here to support and liberate those souls who come to me for their own reasoning, for their own, as part of their own journey. That I'm not trying to attract them through some false sense of insecurity, because we help create this insecurity in others, right? So our projections of you're sick and you're not right and you're whatever, we're feeding into the insecurities of others, and then they feel like they have to come to us because we're the only ones that have the answer. So we have to purify this and state our presence here as a purified, beautiful soul vision. So my vision isn't like, this is what I'm going to do. My vision is like, this is what I see. This is what I see. This is the vision that I hold. And the vision that I hold is for raised consciousness and liberated people, animals, all sentient beings. It's the vision that I hold, liberation and consciousness. But the mission is what I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna guide people back to the earth. Those of you that are ready for this journey deeply into self, into all aspects of who you are, this is how I start. I'm gonna guide you back to you, guide you back to the earth. So I tied my little reading up in there. I might post a little picture on my Instagram stories and on the Facebook group. I'll add it in the comments section so you can see the beautiful images and the messages coming through. Yeah, it's an incredible time. It is an exciting time and lots of creativity, lots of new downloads and insights and codes coming through, but it's also a very sad time. A lot of people leaving their bodies, a lot of people saying goodbye, because it's time for them to start a new cycle or to go elsewhere in the cosmos where they're needed. And it's all just a part of this whole cycle. We never really die. It's okay. So yeah, I deeply honor all of you and the process that you're in. If you want to connect, please do. If you have any questions, please do send them to me. We had a beautiful comment from Decca. To live from and express our soul mission is to simply share our unique love. As when we tap into that, all aligns. Beautiful, beautiful note, Declan, to Decker Head to leave this transmission. So thank you so much for joining. Please share this transmission. Please get in touch. Please check out on Facebook the other beautiful things that we have on, and on Instagram. You can check out the links in my bio. I have a beautiful cosmic breathwork journey tomorrow. It's like amazing. It's just deep healing, years of therapy. It feels so safe and it's blissful. Please, 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 please get in touch. I have a few more places left on that. I'd love you to join. I've got a free course out at the moment called Protect Your Mind, Body and Energy Fields, where you can, if you're new to this, you can pick up some simple tools to get going with straight away. If you are a practitioner and you resonate when I'm saying you want to come on a journey with my husband and I into self-healing practice and business development, we have an amazing course called Holistic Medicine Practitioner Training. It's an incredible, very cost-effective course for you guys to really just uplift and upgrade where you're at and step into your power and be ready for this new way that is here. Be fully ready. Have an awesome day. Deca, HDDD, your choice of words, soul, nature, mind are all very powerful from the energetic space. Peace, my friend. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.